Coach Prime has been putting in work. After coming off of a week where Colorado landed 6'1", 181-pound four-star athlete and the fourth best athlete in the country, Cameron McKell, and 6'5", 287-pound five-star lineman and the #1 offensive tackle in the country, Jordan Seaton, Coach Prime is yet to land another big target. And when you look at the Buffalo's 2024 recruiting class, they are already ranked 4th in bringing in talent from the transfer portal, bringing in guys like 4-star tight end Shaman Medier from Cincinnati, and then heavily addressing that offensive line, bringing in guys like 3-star interior offensive lineman Khalil Benson from Indiana, 3-star interior offensive lineman Justin Mayers from UTEP, 4-star interior offensive lineman Tyler Johnson from Houston, and 3-star interior offensive lineman Yakiri Walker from UConn. So far, Coach Prime is doing everything that he needs to be able to land those guys that are gonna help fill all the holes that the Buffaloes had in their team last season. And while we all know that the Buffaloes need to heavily address the offensive and defensive line, you already know that Coach Prime's favorite position to be recruiting is wide receiver. And so let me introduce you guys to the Colorado Buffaloes' second highest rated recruit in their 2024 recruiting class, 4-star athlete Drelon Miller. Standing at 6 foot, 190 pounds, Drelon is ranked as the 11th best player in Texas, the 13th best wide receiver in the country, and the 64th best recruit in the class of 2024. Drelon put up a monster year in his senior season, catching 52 passes for 1,010 yards and 11 touchdowns, while also carrying the ball 22 times for 220 yards and another touchdown. Now, Drelon Miller was heavily being recruited by teams like Texas and USC. Those were the top 2 teams that were looking to get Drelon's signature, but Coach Prime came in at the last second and swooped up the unbelievably talented 4-star wide receiver. But if you don't believe me, let's just go ahead and take a look at his highlights. Be sure to leave this video a like, hit that subscribe button, and comment your thoughts down below on Drelon Miller's highlight tape. But with that being said, let's jump straight into the video. 3, 2, 1. So yeah, the fact that Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes were able to land Drelon Miller is such a huge recruiting win. I mean, they literally just landed one of the fastest recruits in the country. You can go check that video out that I posted about 2 or 3 days ago. But now they're adding another big-bodied wide receiver. 6 foot, 190 pounds is the perfect size, in my opinion, to play wide receiver, because you're big enough to be able to be on the outside and be able to do exactly what he's doing right here and take the top off the defense, but you're also compact enough and shifty enough to be able to work inside in the slot, being able to go across the middle, take a hit from a linebacker and be able to get up. Overall, Drelon Miller, I've covered his highlight tape before. This dude, he is one of the most complete wide receivers in the country. There's a reason why he's a top 15 player at his position. And this 2024 recruiting class, the wide receiver position is one of the deepest positions in the entire class. Look at him just take the top end off of this. Hold on. Look at him. 15 had an angle on him. Nope. Ankles. Nope. This dude should have caught him. Nope. Outran everybody. Drelon Miller is a true play-making wide receiver. We all know that Coach Prime is going to make sure that his quarterbacks have people to throw it to, and Drelon Miller is going to be a phenomenal addition. You pair him up with Cameron McKell, you have no idea what's going to be going on the outside for the Buffaloes. His stop-start quickness is so, I mean, like, literally, look at how quickly, boom, dead stop, boom, already at his top end speed, and then just gone. Pulling away, yeah, my guy Drelon, he is a true playmaker out here. What a route. This is just a beautiful route, especially in high school where you can get away with poor corner play. But look at this. Bend him to the inside, get eyes on the inside, make him think that you're about to run like a skinny post or bend this across the back of the end zone, and then just boom, just snap it off. This dude is lost out here. So yeah, so this is the second highest rated recruit for the Buffaloes in the class of 2024. And honestly, I made a video a couple days ago, you know, I was criticizing that Coach Prime wasn't focusing enough on addressing that offensive and defensive line. He's addressed the offensive line plenty in this class. I mean, he's brought in, I believe, 5 or 6 guys in this class alone to be playing somewhere on the offensive line, and obviously landed the #1 offensive tackle in the country. But then he's going out and he just needs to focus on just adding a couple more defensive linemen. That's the position that I personally believe he needs to focus more on. Is just, you know, Colorado gave up, I want to say in more than 50% of their games, they gave up 200 yards rushing. Like, you cannot do that. But the fact that they're going out there, they're bringing in the pieces that they need, but then they're not forgetting what made them Colorado. They're not forgetting what made Colorado be competitive in these games. It's by having explosive playmakers on the outside of the ball. And so having guys like this is just going to continue to add to Colorado's success. Ankles, they're going to always recruit extremely well at the skill positions. Is going to be, are they going to be able to recruit the big guys coming straight out of high school? Because, you know, you can't always rely on getting some stars in the transfer portal. I mean, the transfer portal is great, but you also need some homegrown talent that, you know, you brought in straight from high school and you developed in your place. You know, you don't want to always have to bring in a guy and teach him the whole system and then immediately plug him in day one. But yeah, Drelon Miller, overall, this kid is a stud. He's going to be a great addition to the Buffalo's offense. And overall, I love what Colorado's doing. I think that Coach Prime has silenced all the haters when it comes to, oh, he's not able to recruit. He's not going to be able to recruit the same at the big time level. Oh, that was just a fluke. Everybody was buying into the hype for 2023, and that's why a lot of people came. He's showing that he's still able to recruit at the level that he needs to. He's already brought in some big name players that nobody thought he was going to be able to recruit, and now he's just going out there and just continuing to solidify it. Colorado was the second highest rated team in the transfer portal last season, only behind Florida State. I think that they're going to continue to dominate the transfer portal. They're going to bring more and more guys in, give them a true second chance, and then Colorado's going to fix a lot of their holes. They're going to be having multiple guys to switch in and out of the offensive line so they can find that true core that's going to allow them to protect Shedeur if he ends up coming back, or just protect whatever quarterback that they have in there, as well as being able to run the ball. I mean, Colorado had to give up the run game very early in a lot of games because they just simply couldn't do it, and they were down, and then they had to, you know, pass their way out of it, which made them very predictable on the offensive side of the ball. So I personally think you bring in dynamic pieces and dynamic wide receivers like Drelon Miller. You continue to add and solidify that offensive line. You bring in a couple more guys on the defensive line to, you know, just cause havoc. And Colorado's got a recipe for success. I have them playing above 500 next season. I have them 2 or 3 games above 500 next season. The season after that, whenever they get their true replacement for Shedeur, that's where you're gonna really see, okay, what is Coach Prime really made of? Right now, he's got a phenomenal quarterback. You can win a lot of games with poor team play, but phenomenal quarterback play. Are they going to be able to find that quarterback that's gonna replace Shedeur? We'll have to wait and see. Give me that baby dome. Let's go. Ankles, yup. And then the speed he's got, like, for being a bigger player. I mean, 6 foot 190 is not small. To be that big and be this explosive is extremely impressive. Just bend it in, yup. Again, great yards after the catch guy. So that is what the Colorado Buffaloes' new 4-star wide receiver Drelon Miller is looking like on the field. Like I said, you pair him up with Cameron McKell on the outside, you already got a dynamic wide receiver core in the class of 2024. Continue to add those pieces and develop on the defensive line specifically now. I mean, they've brought in enough guys on the offensive line, maybe bringing in one more true offensive tackle. Once you get that, that's where Colorado's seriously going to excel and go higher than I think a lot of people have truly thought that Colorado could possibly go. But I want to hear you guys' thoughts. How well do you think that Coach Prime is recruiting in the class of 2024? I mean, even though they have the 4th highest ranked transfer portal recruiting class, they only have the 41st highest rated high school recruiting class. So there's still room to be desired, but you know, they're still bringing. First off, we still have plenty of time in this year's recruiting class to see who they end up bringing in. On top of that, there still has to be more and more of these top players buying in, getting more NIL programs in Colorado, and not just having it be for the Sanders. Once you get that, that's where Colorado's going to be able to take those steps that they need to eventually start winning the Big 12 when they get to the Big 12. But I want to hear you guys' thoughts on this just amazing recruiting pickup. What are you guys' thoughts overall on the Colorado Buffaloes 2024 recruiting class. Hit that subscribe button, turn your notifications, turn on all notifications so you do not miss out when we drop these videos, keeping you up to date with everything going on in college football. I love and appreciate all y'all, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Ciao.